AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Pollard going to try the right side. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Here's Pollard again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they're going to stack it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. Uses the stiff arm. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's going to take another shot here. This is caught at the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
Ready.
Now here's Pollard. And he's able to break out a one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. A choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team, it says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't play for a field goal. I say keep that book open and do it.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Always got some breathing room. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one. Right here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They're looking for a land, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54, right here. Here we go, going to 54, right here.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll buy some time right. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready?
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 10. And he's out right at the 25.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught by Lamb.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On play action, Prescott. Rolling to his right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Here we go, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Here go 46. Kill.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And room there to work it inside the 25. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Pollard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Prescott. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him. Finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ready, set. Go blue. Slide through. Red, yellow. Stand. Hut, stand.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
No, set. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Lions. We're going 47. We're going to 54. Lions. 26.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Okay. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So Prescott here to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good